Greetings, YouTube. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to talk about a magazine. This is a magazine from 1958. It originally went for 40 cents, and it is the Consumer Bulletin, kind of like the Consumer Report. The original Consumer Information magazine. And I picked this particular one up. There were a number of them available at this particular thrift store. I paid $1 for this because it had a picture of a scooter, and it has a little short article about scooters in it, and my wife is a fan. The Spinet electronic organs, automatic dishwashers, electric lamp bulbs, those unreadable labels on food packages. People were complaining about that in '58, and they're still complaining about it now, some 50 years later. And of course, motor scooters. And this is published since 1928 by Consumer Records Incorporated, Washington, New Jersey. I didn't know there was a Washington, New Jersey. Learn something new every day. Now, this is an old school magazine, folks. This is actual typeset. Look at that. That was typed on a typewriter. So this is one step above a zine, really. This text is a little more traditional printing, as is this, but that intro is definitely got that zine vibe to it. And then we have, here's the brief article on scooters, which my wife is a big fan of, particularly classic scooters, so that's one of the reasons I picked this up. Then we have a review of the Rambler. Wow. With some Rambler specifications. And a Rambler, the deluxe 4-door sedan, Rambler price is $2,047. That makes me smile. $2 grand for a brand new car. How to choose a pair of binoculars. I own a nice pair of binoculars. I should probably do a review on those at some point. I don't know how I'd shoot through that. I have to figure that one out. Automatic dishwashing machines. Even in '58, people were starting to get very lazy. I don't own a dishwasher. Or my hands are the dishwasher. Adhesives for household use. How far we've come. We've got much better adhesives in today's world than they had back then. And of course, a number of different tests and some specific brands they're talking about. We have an article here on the electronic organs for the home with ratings of Spinet models. I don't think I know anyone who has an organ. My mother-in-law has a piano. Safeguarding electric shipments by grounding. Electronic equipment, rather. New 35mm cameras and slide projectors. Anybody on my channel ever actually used a 35mm camera? I used to do that. My wife has a nice one somewhere, or had a nice one. I think she might have sold it. Moisture and fuel oil tanks. That's not something you can do it yourself. Really worries about nowadays, I guess. An article about electric lamp bulbs, which are now being supplanted by LEDs, thankfully. Those labels on food packages, sauce lamaze. I have no idea what sauce lamaze is. That's freaky. The Consumer Observation Post. So we have some basically brief little blurbs. Phonograph records. And heating systems of your school and its control. The choice of items for tests. So here's just a brief little overlook of the kind of thing that was available back in 1958. It makes me smile, just thinks how far we've come. And now we've got to the point where paper magazines are becoming less and less common. This information is now readily available online. People like me talking about technology, and then of course actual publications that have subscription fees. But it did make me smile, and I like the bright orange and everything. I think it really it aged quite well. I would love to have known who kept this for all these years and then dumped an entire group of these onto a thrift store all at once.